Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, your home for everything movies and music through my eyes. And today we have a review of the brand new 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray edition of the 1978 horror classic, Halloween. On a cold Halloween night in 1963, 6-year-old Michael Myers brutally murdered his 17-year-old sister Judith. He was sentenced and locked away for 15 years, but on October 30th, 1978, while being transferred for a court date, a 21-year-old Michael Myers steals a car and escapes Smith's Grove. He returns to his quiet hometown of Haddonfield, Illinois, where he looks for his next victims. I know some of you might be confused because I've already reviewed Halloween. I reviewed it back when the Steelbook came out for the film back in 2020, and that was following up the 2018 40th anniversary version where it came out on 4K for the first time. But in 2021, Scream Factory went back to the original negative for the first time and got the original cinematographer Dean Cundy to approve it. So the goal here was to make it less muddy and to make it more colorful, and it also has a new audio track with it as well. And everyone knows I enjoy this film. It's a horror classic, so let's get in right to those 4K specs. If you decide to pick up Halloween on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray in the United States, there are 3 different versions to pick from, all from different years. We have the 2018 slipcover edition, the 2020 Steelbook, and the 2021 Scream Factory Collector's Edition, and I already have reviews of both of these two, so you can check out that video if you want to see those more in depth. So let's take a look at the 2021 Scream Factory Edition. And to start things out, I don't think this cover is very good. I think it's pretty cheesy and lame, but it does improve on the inside because we got Michael Myers here on the front, and on the back we have some information about the movie, its technical specs, as well as what special features are offered. And the case itself is housed in the slipcase edition. It's not a traditional slip cover, and it does have reversible artwork on the inside, so I reverted it back to that original poster. I mean, that's just classic right there. So this is what the case itself looks like, and when you open it up, here is that new 4K disc, and thankfully they don't stack discs here. Thank you, Scream Factory, because then we got the Blu-ray disc, and then we have a special features Blu-ray disc as well, so this is all looking really good. Solid packaging from Scream Factory. For visuals on Halloween, we have native 4K, and this is in widescreen, so you will have black bars at the top and the bottom, and this is the best Halloween has ever looked on home media. I was a fan of the 2018 transfer. I think it looked really good. I was a little bit muted and dull though, especially during the daytime scenes. I wasn't a big fan of it. So when they were going into this version, I was looking for that to get cleared up and for some of the HDR to be improved, and holy shit, I really think it was. I've heard some mixed reviews on this transfer, but I'm not quite sure if that maybe because there isn't a huge difference if you don't know what you're looking for going into this. But just take some time and look at the first few scenes during the daylight. If you look at the trees and the grass and some of their clothes, all the colors are boosted up and it looks much better and less muddy. This film is very grainy inherently. It wasn't shot with a huge budget back in the day, so it is a little bit rough, and it's always going to look like that. There have been some complaints about some noise reduction, but I didn't notice that really because there was still a lot of detail here, and the original version was already so muddy anyways. But overall, returning to those negatives and improving the HDR and the color balance here really improved this picture, and I was a bigger fan of this disc than I was that older version, and I even went as far as plopping in the old disc to see what it looked like, and I was not impressed whatsoever. I definitely prefer the 2021 Scream Factory version. For audio on Halloween, we have Dolby Atmos, and it's fantastic. This isn't a huge improvement, but there is improvement here. Like I said in my review from last year, this movie isn't huge on soundtrack. Sure, it's mostly the same tracks played very, very loudly over the course of the movie, so it's not a huge thing, but you can always hear the dialogue. There's never a problem there, so I wasn't complaining about this audio track, but everything is beefed up a little bit. It's a little stronger here. I'm happy that Dolby Atmos finally made its way to Halloween. So would I recommend Halloween on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray? This new disc, I'm going to say yes. This is a day one pickup. Improved visuals, improved audio, and while the packaging itself isn't super impressive, this is a release that's going to sell out, and I think you should pick it up as soon as you can. This is a horror classic. It's Halloween season. Go and pick it up, people. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked what you saw here, you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram, and like, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. My name is Parker Reed. You've been watching PR Media. Keep supporting physical media, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
You know, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare.
Killed him.
You can't kill the boogeyman.